Since I've got my PhD degree, I was asked many times by friends and colleagues about the PhD. So I decided to make a short clip, or maybe a series of videos, about this subject. I will try in this video to answer the basic questions about the PhD degree. So I will try to answer these 7 questions. 1. Why to take a PhD? 2. What does a PhD mean? 3. How to get a PhD degree? 4. When can you apply and when can you finish? 5. Where to apply? 6. How much time will it take? And finally, how much does it cost? Now let us start with the reasons which make you take a PhD degree in the first place. 1. To become a university professor. If you want to become a college professor, usually you can do it without a PhD degree. A master's degree is sufficient. 2. To be employed as an expert in one scientific domain. But usually this is limited to jobs which require continuous research effort. 3. You can start a PhD program also if you want to complete a vision of a scientific dream. For example, you may have a great idea and you want to make accurate study about it and register it under your name. Your idea in this case should include a new scientific discovery or a new invention. 4. To get recognition in the scientific society, or in other words, to get the title for its sake. This could be the case of many PhD students, but I hope you are not thinking this way and have a better reason from these 3 reasons I've just mentioned. Great! Let's move now to the definition. PhD is an abbreviation of the Latin words Philosophiae Doctor, or in English, Doctor of Philosophy. My definition to the person who holds the PhD title is as it follows: an expert in one field of science who can conduct a scientific research and prove that by publishing few successful research papers. In addition, a PhD is a person who discovered new items, developed something, or reached new horizons in one scientific field. Let's imagine that this circle represents all the knowledge we acquired until this day. Since the development of the sciences are not perfectly equal, the actual knowledge circle takes this irregular shape, because some sciences are very developed and others are not. Now your mission is to find a less developed area in your domain and try to push it up, like this. Now we come to how to get a PhD degree. It is really very difficult to give one blueprint-like answer, because it depends widely on the university and their country. However, you can follow one clear line, which is accomplish all the PhD requirements established or imposed by the university you want to start the PhD studies in. Fortunately, there are some common requirements worldwide, and here I mention the minimum required achievement in order to get a PhD. 1. Publish at least 2 research papers classified as ISI. Maybe I will explain in future videos how this can be done. 2. Participate at least at 2 national or international scientific conferences. 3. Make reports about the progress of the proposed thesis. 4. Write your final dissertation or thesis. Finally, defend your work, defend your final thesis. I think I need hours just to explain the basics of how to get a PhD. So you can leave a comment if you have any question about this point. Okay, let's answer the main question. You ideally can start your PhD program after getting the master's degree. However, some universities accept to let you start your PhD program directly after the bachelor degree. So you need to have a bachelor degree for sure, but whether you need a master's degree or not, it depends on the university. There is no maximum limit of age, but it's preferred to start before 30 years old. If you are thinking to get a scholarship or sponsorship, you need to start as young as possible, because this will increase your chances. In addition, you have to start looking for a scholarship in the last year of your master, before February, March, because there is a deadline for application, usually in June. Let's see now where to get your PhD degree. As I said earlier, first, I highly recommend to search for a scholarship. My advice is to look for the best universities in your domain, which are located in the countries where you can perform the practical part of your thesis. And do not forget to make sure to find the right scientific supervisor. And one last note here, take into account the language of the country. To get a PhD degree, it takes you minimum 3 years. Usually there are no maximum time limits unless you have a scholarship. The average person spends 5 years to get his PhD degree, but it also depends on the country. For example, the statistics show that the average period to get a PhD degree in the United States and the United Kingdom is about 8 years. In short, you will get your PhD degree when you accomplish all the requirements imposed by the country and the university. Now, what about the cost? PhD programs are usually supported financially by the university, which means that in most of the cases, you can get scholarship or internship. In some countries, you will not receive any financial aid, but neither will you pay, in so-called program tax-free. Unfortunately, in some special cases, you have no option but to pay huge taxes. That's all. I hope I could answer these questions as clear as possible, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below. And of course, you can share this video as much as you like. Thank you for watching.